Should be live. Should have audio and video. Let's bring this down lower. A little lower. Oh, here goes the battery. There, that's better. Cook the phone like last time. There, that looks great. Enough firewood for a little bit. What a day. Look, is it live? I do?
Well, all of us is in here.
That's it. Taking a picture of the fire?
Yeah, I was trying to hold that thought. It still looks weird.
Weird? Yeah. CJ, hello. Yeah, looks about right. Just low quality.
Oh. So
That's all good. Oh, clouds are going on. Maria's here. I don't know. Hopefully Shirley makes it because it's her comment that said, "Oh, why don't we do Fireside?" Let's see what it says. I'll tell you guys in case she makes it on here. She says, what did she comment on? Which video? Push trailer road. Saturday evening, finally here for a fireside chat. I'm sure you're dead tired this time of year. Kick back. You're doing too much. Back fat. You're doing too much. It's true, I do way too much. I do plenty. Plenty. Well, Shirley, hopefully you make it. She's got allergies to hay. What else has she got here? She says, Luna Luvu said to me, "You have such a nice calm voice, it's soothing to listen to. I can de-stress myself." And she's a lovely horse. This is when I was doing trailer training with Kelly. And Shirley says, "Yep, I've told Jen the same." So Jen, Shirley has told you that my voice is soothing.
Oh, I agree. I was seeing a lot of
Oh, is that right?
Talking about, oh, is that right? I've said that to you for years and you know it. Oh, punk.
You sure?
You just want to hear it every day?
I don't know if that's it.
You have a lovely voice. Ah, Teresa. Oh,
Who's
that's
here?
Samantha.
Samantha made it? Where's Shirley? We're waiting on Shirley. Who started it all? Shut up. As long as notifications go out, but YouTube isn't overly reliable with that business. We have had a good day. Come on, piece of wood. Just chuck it in my hand.
Come on.
Come on. Hold it. Good day. Horses all got out for a good rough and tumble. Right?
Yeah.
Things are going well. We've got a helicopter coming. We've got all kinds of things going forward. I've got it on video. I'll be doing a video probably. I don't know if I'll get it done tonight. Probably not.
I'm laughing at you saying that.
I don't think I'll get to a video tonight. What if it's the cops? The new shelter, the new medical / shelter / washing / soaking station is well on its way. Concrete is complete. Just needs to cure.
Yeah.
Took a long time. Today's wasn't bad. Last time it was 3 hours, 3 hours.
Yeah.
However long. 12 by 12 pad by 3 inches is a lot of concrete. So, then after that was the pony wall.
I know.
That thing sounds terrible. Too many rednecks that live out this way. I get to say that because I'm a little redneck, so I get to say that people are redneck. Sean posted a post on Facebook, and he was pulling 2 girls, 2 kids, not hard on it, in a trailer just like that one over there, with a lawnmower just like that one over there. Says you might be a redneck if this is the way you feed your horses. There's two girls, 2 kids in the back, and because I used to do that.
Oh.
I used to drag girls around in the back of that trailer with a couple of hay bales or something, and the lawnmower. You remember that? I've got pictures of it somewhere.
On the lawnmower?
Yeah, with the tractor lawnmower thing. I'd pull that trailer around and they'd hop in the back.
Oh. Yeah.
Before the gator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to ride the quad too. I used to stack them all over the quad with you.
So I'll see if I can find that picture and I'll send it off to Sean. See, dude, we are insane.
That shot?
No, Sean Davies.
Oh, that's why I didn't understand.
Oh, no. He put it on his.
Like, yeah, we're a couple blocks away. So.
No, I don't think he does that.
Okay.
But no, Sean, Colorado.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, I get to say that people are rednecks when they drive around their loud trucks and cars with no mufflers. Something's rustling in the bush. Zeus is inside, isn't it?
It's over here. Yeah.
It's over there?
Yeah.
No, it's over there.
No, it is not. It was right here. It's just a pair.
No, is it wrong?
You're crack-a-lackin'.
Anyhow, so the water station's coming along just wonderful. As soon as that cement cures, maybe late tomorrow or something, I think 24 hours is pretty good to pick the wood off.
It's looking like it.
Yeah, it's already hardening up. Wood comes off, let it cure for another probably a couple days anyways, because I am super busy over the next couple days. And I don't have any lumber yet anyway, so I gotta put
Maria says, good news is that I can hear Jet. Bad news is the traffic sounds are on steroids.
It's loud right now. It slows down. We're not even 8 o'clock yet. So people are coming home from wherever still. But actually, I can turn down this microphone so it's not so loud, I think. Actually, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it the receiver. Now this one is just a single. Let me see if I can turn it down on the receiver so the traffic's not so loud. Let's see. I can remember how to do that. Decibels. There we go. It's not saying anything. What do I do? Okay, hopefully that's a little bit better. It's on its lowest setting of decibels. There's middle, there's high, and there's lowest. So hopefully that helps a bit. Hello. Shirley is not here yet. That's weird. Oh, hey Teresa. Thanks. No. Susan's here. Hello, Susan. How come your phone doesn't say how many people are actually here? It just
I
says
know,
zero.
it never does. But yeah, I guess, but mine's never done it. You'll even just say top chat 4 and then David will say something. Oh, there's 37 people. Like, why did my phone not show that?
Well, the moon's out. It's a little over half a moon.
Susan's in the house.
That's
That's awesome.
true. Okay, let me see if I can see what it says. 9. It says 9.
Yeah, see, Marie can see it too.
Yeah, I can see it. Probably because you have an iPhone. I'm kidding. You probably just have YouTube app. Jesus, David, what is happening, buddy? You tell us all about what you're up to. Tell everybody. You guys are going to be so excited to hear what David's up to. He is not at home right now. If anybody wants to rob his place, get on with it. Thunder, lightning, and merit. That's awesome. We're supposed to get some possible thunderstorms late tonight or something. Unless she can't hear you. I don't know. Turn up your volume there. Everybody else is busy.
Oh, the Icelandic course ride included.
Yeah, David's very busy. He's over to Clinton now. In a place called Merritt. You guys might not know where Merritt is if you're not local. Merritt is essentially northeast of here. More north than probably east. About 3 hours. 2.5 to 3 hours. It's essentially a small city that's in the bowl. It's usually quite dry. I've been there a few times myself, driven through there a few times. It's a small community. At least last time when I was there last it was. I think it's getting bigger. I think Merritt's getting a bit busier.
It says 2 hours and 26 minutes from your front door.
2 hours and 26, yeah, 2.5 hours. So, if you drive. Really?
Which way do you go to get to there?
There?
I didn't
Take
pass
the highway,
it
go
to
straight up into the
Calgary, is
Pocahontas.
it? Oh, it is.
Where you go
Did I
is
pass it? I guess I did. Is it before
Yeah.
or after Calgary?
After Calgary.
Oh, goodness, I can't hear you guys.
Can you hear us? Everybody's not hear us? Just turn your volume up.
Oh, sorry.
Let's see. Test. Oh, it's super low. That's
Yeah,
the
no, I
problem.
can't hear it too.
Okay, so what we'll do is I had the volume up higher before, so I will do that again. Unfortunately, it catches a bunch of the traffic, and we'll do that. Okay, how's that? Is that any better? Probably clipping actually, it's way too loud. Okay, probably better now. Sorry, okay, everybody, let us know if it's any better. Should be. So yeah, anyways, David's up in Merritt, which is 2.5 hours away, checking out some Icelandic horses. Icelandics are kind of interesting because they tolt, which is a gait that is very smooth. Goes up right there, right? I've never ridden an Icelandic in my life, so I look forward to hearing about it from David.
I told him I want pictures.
Yeah, he says he's taking a couple of pictures here and there.
Video.
I don't know if he's going to take video. David, take video.
David, take video.
Come on. I would have to get my heart down. Live on the internet.
Threaten you.
Great idea. You know, for anybody who is watching, if you guys have maybe some kind of clinic somewhere that you know, something that's interested you, definitely check it out. I mean, even if you just audit, it's great to go and hang out with a bunch of like-minded people. Hopefully, like-minded people for that matter. I've been to a few myself, and I've never regretted going. There's an archery one. I did a horse. What was it? A horse? it was horse riding for sure, but it's kind of like horsemanship. It's with this guy named Kurt Pate, I think it was, and he was talking a lot about how to connect up well with your horse and how to ride with accuracy and all that kind of stuff, which is what I'm a lot about. So the thing about going to clinics, I find, is you have to, or you hopefully will feel like you have to do your best. And um, one of my more interesting memories of this particular clinic I took Luke to it because I like taking him to clinics to get him used to other horses and being out and about. He's young still, right? He's only, what is he, 8 or something, 7 or 8? He's young. He's just a youngster still. So even though when you guys see him on the channel, he's out meeting every single horse that comes here, and he's our ambassador. Great horse. Today he did really well. He was a good policeman, keeping track of 4 horses at the same time, sending and protecting. And, oh man, it was great. I didn't get sorry. I did not get any video. We were very busy today. And what was I gonna say?
Clinic.
Oh yeah, so anyway, so I took Luke, and he's a basket case when I take him out and about though. When I gotta go be around a bunch of other horses, he turns into a real pain in the butt, and so I've got to really ride him. And so this clinic was really good because I was able to go off to the corner and do my figure eights and circles and walk trot, and I could hear Kurt talking off in the background, and everybody else was standing around. I was that ding dong that was actually there was a couple of people other than me. But I was one of those people that was off trying to get my horse to connect back up and stop jigging and stop moving and stuff like that, which I actually really enjoy. I don't mind being that person because I get to work on something. So that while I might not get out of the clinic what other people might be getting because they're standing around listening to the guy, I'll be working on stuff that I actually do want to get to, and my sole reason of being at the clinic is actually that. If I happen to get to the stuff that the guy's working on, great, which I did. So this leads to the next part of the story, and it was the second half of the day, and it was a 2-day thing. I was only able to go the first day. My second day I was working. I think I had to go. I was either doing anyways, I was doing lessons or something. So the second half of the first day, he says, "Okay, everybody, I want." This is the most obviously one of the more difficult things to do because of the situation that I was in with Luke. But he says, I want you to walk your horse as absolutely slow as possible without stopping. And it's a really good exercise to do. I do it here, but I don't really push myself as hard as I would push myself in the clinic. Obviously. Have an audience. The guy is watching, and stuff like that. The main guy, and so Luke was a really good boy, though he did quite well with it. And Kurt and I were kind of going along beside each other at the same time doing this thing, and he's like, "Looks good, man," kind of thing. And there's something to be said for the clinician saying something nice to you. Even though it may be something that you work on. When you're in front of a bunch of people or an audience or a clinician, him or herself, there's a little extra, not stress, but sort of maybe kind of pressure. Yeah. So it went really well. Luke did great. We ended that part of the clinic, took off for home, and I wasn't able to get the second day, unfortunately. Really enjoyed it. So to David, who's off in, I was just gonna say Iceland. He's in Merritt.
That'd be cool.
Iceland. If he was in Iceland looking at Icelandic horses, that'd be even cooler.
That's super cool.
So then he's only like partly cool, is what we're saying.
Yeah, we actually know people have done that.
You know people that have been to Iceland?
Yeah, did the
See
Icelandic
horses?
horses? Yeah,
I don't know anybody who's done that.
you do, but you just forget.
Anyways, so good for you, buddy. I'm really proud of you. I think it's great. I can't wait to hear about it.
He says your training has been very helpful for him.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I taught Dave with a couple of things, and he picked up on.
Sorry, Sue says it's still picking up lots of street noise. It's overpowering the talking.
That's absurd. Really? The street noise is louder than my voice.
Which is
It's weird. This microphone is not supposed to be that loud. It's incredible. So,
Maria says she actually did a trail ride in Iceland, which was amazing.
oh, it really does pick up your voice well.
Yay!
Well, sorry about the traffic, guys. I wish I could do something about it, but unfortunately, I cannot pursue YouTube. It says you did some cutting. That's cool. There's Sue.
Sorry, you were talking about what you taught David. I interrupted you in case they couldn't hear.
I'm sure he's not here yet. I should send her a message here.
What'd you say?
Shirley's not here yet.
Still not. Did you send her a private message?
I'm gonna send her a message.
Interesting.
Maybe she'll,
Oops, that's
maybe she'll,
rolled off.
maybe she'll pop up. Yeah, so David came and learned a couple things here and picked up on stuff really well. Thank you, Lena. And I'm really glad it's carried over. Hopefully it has. You know, working with the horses. See, now something's making noise over there. What was that?
Oh.
So, I don't know what to do about this microphone business. I don't know why it's so sensitive. Put it down here. Maybe there, David. I hope to hear all about your check out. See, you're still doing show.
No, I know it never
Sound is
does.
okay when someone close to the camera, otherwise sounds like you missed the traffic. The horse you're riding is 15. I know what you mean by riding your legs. This horse is so well trained. Unless it moves on side by side. Yeah. Good. Excellent. If you're having to learn by riding with your legs, then great. It's good that the horse is responding that well, so you can become more. No, we're going to. Did you get the chats?
Oh, okay.
No, just shut up. The more sensitive that your horse that you have to your legs, the better you will ride because you'll be less likely to mess around with your legs or less likely to carelessly move your legs. The more controlled you are, the more controlled your horse will be. Or the better ability you'll have to be able to subtly control your horse with your body and your legs, and not so. There's something to be said for riding those sensitive horses like that. So I don't think that you need to press play to make the text for you on yours.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I just always do this.
Maria did a trail ride in Iceland. That's cool. Huh. I've never been to Iceland. I've been to other places that have land in the end, like England, Ireland. I've never been to Scotland.
Oh, I've been there.
You've been to Scotland.
Yeah.
Never been to Iceland.
No.
Never been to Greenland
Never been to
either.
Greenland.
Oh, here comes another like Disneyland.
I've been to Disneyland lots of times.
I've been to Disneyland in 2 different countries.
Ooh, so
That's
cool.
right. Japan and
Isn't it called something else though in Japan or no?
No, it's just Disneyland. The other one is Disney World, but that's in
Whoops.
Florida.
Well, then they had Euro Disney as well, or something.
Euro Disney in Paris?
Yeah. Those are supposed to be allowed, I think.
I thought it was just called Disneyland.
Oh no.
Jim, what are you doing?
Piece is bugging me. Oh well.
Sock bassing is fun. It's good that you're going to be good at that too. You guys can probably hear the fire as well. Maria, when are you coming here again? I can't recall. 19th or something? Hopefully it's not raining.
Hopefully it's what?
Hopefully it's not raining. Patricia's here. Hey, Patricia.
Yeah, I said hi to her.
She's finally made it here live. Usually she just comments afterwards. You guys live? No, long past not being live. Sorry. But glad you made it. All right. I'm scrolling back on comments, and David says his new mount is teeny tiny compared to Lena.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
That's not hard.
That was a nice thing. Susan asked, "What's the topic for tonight?"
I know. You should have a topic.
22nd. Yeah, after 22nd should be good. What day is the 22nd? Yeah.
17th is Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday. So Monday.
18th was Wednesday.
Okay. Jealous of the bonfire? It is really nice to have a fire. It's not too often that we get to do this.
The fire partner.
We've got lots of scrap stuff to get rid of and slashed and a year ago and stuff that's finally dried out at the back. Burnt a pile of it last night finally that was sitting here for a week. So that was good. Sunday, yeah, sure, Sunday's good. Sunday's great. 22nd is a Sunday.
Oh, cool.
Might have lessons. You can certainly come and scratchy scratch it. What scratches out? Gotta go. See y'all later.
What's that? Oh.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Till next time. Alright, topic for tonight. Let's talk about so many things. I've got a video coming up pretty soon for the cost of owning a horse. It was a request that came up over on Patreon. Plenty of people who are interested in owning horses that come to this channel. They come and check out, and even though they don't own a horse, they come and watch the horses and learn some stuff. And some people have added interest, and some people gain an interest of being around horses and then maybe buying one of their own. So a common question, actually, I get a reasonable amount. I don't know if you want to grab any dessert or not. Looks curious.
What do you want?
Just saying. There's only one dessert in this jar. Oh, watch out, that piece of cigarette. Come in with this. The cost of owning a horse is a real common question. And it is so dependent on you don't have to get it. It's really nice of you. Oh, thanks. You're the best. It's so dependent on where you are in the world too. So it was kind of a hard question to ask. I'll wrap that up pretty quick here. But it's an interesting topic to talk about in a variety of ways because I actually have no idea the cost of owning a horse in another part of the planet. I mean, I know a little bit here and there in North America, especially here in Canada and the Lower Mainland, and the West Coast. So I give a decent amount of input. But, you know, some of the things you can kind of research as you go and look around in your own place. So, for for boarding and stuff like that. So I try to talk a lot about not precise costs, but to sort of give a good idea of things that you need to think about when owning a horse in regards to the environment and medical care and food and hoof care, and then of course all the extras when it comes to, well, what are you going to ride in, and do you need some training, and does your horse need to get better at doing certain things, like getting on a trailer or whatever. Are you going to want to go to all kinds of clinics, or you're going to want to go to events, or you're going to want to go and hang out with your friends for some trail riding and stuff? How are you going to get there? So you have to get a truck and trailer, or have somebody haul, or go with a friend and they've got a truck and trailer, so you have to contribute to gas and stuff. So lots of things to think about outside of just the basics. So I talk a lot about the basics and then quickly discuss stuff that you don't think about until you got the thing, and you start to think, I guess I better get a saddle, and I wonder if I need to get a fly mask or an extra halter, or I like my saddle but I don't like my stirrups, or maybe a saddlebag would be handy, or your saddle doesn't have a breast collar and you want to go trail riding, you go uphill and your saddle starts to slide backwards. I need a breast collar. And then you find out that what you're riding in for a headstall doesn't quite fit, and you think, well, what should I get for a headstall? I like that one over there, it's shiny, and stuff like that. So there's so much that kind of goes on with owning a horse. But the basics are quite simple. Environment, food, and medical. So everybody's okay with how it sounds. So something's wrong with the microphone. Camera microphone is working, not the one close to you. Let me figure that out. Let me see if I can find out. All right. It's true. All right, hang on a second. I'm just going to quickly. I'm going to quickly shut this down and come right back. So hang on 2 seconds. Actually, I'm going to chill. Okay, one more time. If that's better. I'm going to test here. Okay, let's turn that down. Maria figured it out. She says it's the phone. microphone and not your normal microphone. Okay. All right, we're good. We're good. It works now. So, for everybody that had to endure that terrible audio for the first half of this story, out that the lapel mic was working. It should be way better. So, it was picking up with the microphone on the phone, my little microphone. And the board wasn't connected quite properly.
That makes sense.
So should be much better. Ooh, cinnamon bun. Hopefully you guys can't
Way
hear the
louder.
traffic anymore. David says it's better. I guess before we get too far into any topics, could ask if anybody has any questions or things they've encountered and like, hey, what's with that or something. I mean, my question really is to everybody, what does it cost to board a horse around where you live, say, for full board or self board? And what is the cost of hay? Because those are the two main things that you got to figure out when it comes to owning a horse: food and environment.
Yep.
After that, it's vet and feed.
Yeah, I had no idea how much boarding could cost. So I was talking to Ash.
When you get into horses, it's hard to know what is a good cost to pay because this is a pretty good topic to talk about, to be honest. Every place is different. And every place offers different stuff for what the price is. There'll be market price for full board. Around here, it's around anywhere between $5 and $6-ish, $600-ish per month. That's pretty common for full board. So, but with that comes different things like an arena to ride in. Is it hog fuel or is it sand? Is it dirt? Is it lit? As in lit up with lights? Is it covered? How big is it? Is it well maintained? Does it get wet and stay wet when it rains? I mean, the last place we were at, if it rained for the day, it was a small pond in there. The drainage was no good. They hadn't built up. I mean, within a day or so, it drained out pretty quick still.
Sound,
but yeah, it was, you couldn't use half the arena.
Well, Ash had said that it's pretty common to get 1,000 even here. And Maria just said $1,500 US plus for full board.
Wow.
That's why when she said that to me, I thought even 1,000. Holy.
1,500 is, I mean, yeah, I know places that are nearer the city, places that have less land, guaranteed for sure. There's going to be higher prices. But when you're kind of out in the country a little bit more, I don't know how people pay $1,500 a month for a horse board. That's nuts.
Imagine having more than one horse.
Yeah, 2 horses, it's $3,000 a month.
More than a lot of people's mortgage for a house.
Man,
For a human to live in.
how is it worth it? So, I guess my perspective comes from just being average. You know, if you've got 1,500 or 3,000 bucks to burn a month, you're probably not watching my videos. Right?
Maybe. I don't know if that's what Marika pays.
Well, I don't think so. Those people are less likely to be too concerned about what they pay. Like, who cares what it costs? I love my horse. I'll pay anything. Eventing and stuff. I think I have a more casual of a audience here. Trail riders, people who want to just learn to be with horses, and some who don't even have horses. So, yeah. So I'm really curious. Is around. Maria's in Singapore.
Yeah, that's what she says. And hence no horse for me while in Singapore.
No
kidding.
horse. No horse for her.
No, not that price.
No, you got to make some pretty good money to own a horse there. Not the case around here. It's a lot less, and it's an expensive hobby, and so in such a case, it does encourage people to use their horse more because the monetary value is there. So, full board and self board are. We had self board for a while. Actually, we only had self board. Oh no, wait, then we had full board at the next place, but it was sort of half full board. Right? No shelter, no place.
Pasture.
It was just pasture, but sort of full board. So full board and self board can mean different things in different places, even within the same city.
Yeah, do they take them in and out, or are they just on pasture?
Actually, Jen and I were just talking about a place that's not very far away that does full board, but we'd never ever think to put our horses there because the options for the horses are so poor. Yeah, so poor that it just wouldn't be worth the money. There's a log on this side that needs to be kicked up. Get it. You're the bonfire girl. Yeah, something like that.
Is that okay for you?
I think so. Might work. Wish I could find my other axe. I picked it up when somebody was here. Somebody was here and I was cleaning up and I can't remember where I put it. Are you laughing at the part where I was cleaning up, or can't remember where I put it?
When it's considered cleaning up to randomly pick something up and then just lose it.
I'm pretty sure I put it in a small barn or something.
This makes me think of the.
Okay, let's see if anybody's given any more inputs on costs.
Oh, my fingers smell good. That smells great.
That's the least fancy facility. It says $1,500 US. Any structures in need of painting? Not yet.
Good.
Catherine says the audio is much better. Oh, so does Alice. Thanks, Alice.
All right, let's figure the topic. Did you have any questions that people had wanted answered?
Nobody has any questions. Everybody knows everything now. I've talked so much that there's nothing more to explain. Now we get to just enjoy the fire. And some wine. What's this stuff? Apothic. Apothic? Do you think it's apothic or apothic? Apothic? From California. 2016. What? You're staring at me.
I don't know. Some great wisdom to come up.
There's something to be said for just a little bit of quiet, not having to hear my own voice. I talk a lot. I talk a lot. I am constantly talking, I swear. Always got something to say.
While others are talking.
I even talk to myself. That's when I want an expert's opinion.
Oh yeah.
What do you think of this? Let me see. This is what we should do.
You're brilliant.
It's just me standing around. Man, you're a smart guy.
You're so smart.
Thanks.
And good looking.
Yeah. I don't think I ever say that. I can't remember. I can't remember. There was a guy who popped in making comments saying that every horse that comes here um, is good looking, right? And he popped in again and he said, "Oh, that's what it was. Is because I posted a picture of of uh, I was out in Alco Park.
Collie.
Oh, by the way, her name's Collie instead of Kaylee. Anyway, so I was out with her and take a picture of her next to the river, and there's a bunch of trees around. It's just beautiful. It's a nice picture. And he'd said something like, "Yeah, there must be somebody on the other side of town that takes all the homely looking horses." Because you've got all the good looking ones. It's true. I gotta admit, there are a lot of good looking horses that show up here. Maybe one that I kind of thought, you're part donkey, aren't you?
I remember.
I don't even know if that's doing donkeys a disservice, but
Stop.
he is a good boy. But a little odd in the shape wise. So.
Collie is beautiful.
She's gorgeous, yeah. I look forward to seeing where she's going to go. She has done really well. If you guys watch the live stream on trailer loading training, she did really well. And I carried on with that later on. And she pretty much just walked on with me by the time I was done the second session. So that was encouragement enough to say, okay, we're going to go on a field trip, which was the goal, to go on a field trip on the next day. And continue to carry over what she was learning in the arena in a nice safe environment to go, that's actually a good little subtopic to talk about, is trailer training. And because the video that I did, I think I'm gonna have to download and take out parts of that and show you guys and do some highlights, because if I could do that with every horse that I had to trailer train, I would. They don't all come along so complacently. Some are really scared of trailers. They've had some accidents, or they've been some places that they don't, maybe they've had some bad experiences on trailers that never went well. For them, driver drives too fast, or brakes too hard, or turns too hard, and it's uncomfortable, and whatever. Maybe the horse has been hurt in the trailer. And so the video that I did with her was fantastic. In my mind, it went according to plan. And so that actually carried over into the second session of the day that I did with her later. And then it carried over again when I had to load her in a different spot. I did not load her in the trailer. I loaded her while I was in the driveway. And she pretty much just straight walked on, and it was the next day. So what I had done is what I refer to as it stuck. And off we went to Alco Park. When we got to Alco Park, hopped out and did our roundabout do all over the place, checked out water, and I have a video of that coming. That's what I was kind of mentioning. I probably won't get to that tonight, because Jen's making me drink wine. She says, if you don't drink it, I'll make fun of you. And all right, I have to.
Peer pressure.
And so I'll put that up probably tomorrow sometime, I think, because it's a really good one. It's a good little chit chat about why it's great to take your horse out and about. And part of that is trailer training. And when we were finished at Alco, and I'd stressed her out and freaked her out over all kinds of weird little things, enough to kind of call it a good learning experience, but not a bad learning experience. As in, it was so scary that she's come out You know, some horses get so fearful they come off of things, shaking, overly sweating, can't calm themselves down, can't bring their head down to relax, won't go to eat anything, stuff like that. And when we went to go leave, again, she just, I think there was a slight delay in getting back in the trailer. She had to give it a good sniff, and then up she came. And I lock her in, and she gets a little bit worried at that part. But I think over a series of trips that we're going to do, getting in and out of the trailer and being locked in there and going for a ride will become less and less traumatic for her, for sure. She will start to realize that we're going somewhere and coming back. Because again, it's only her, that's her third time, I think, in her life to be in a trailer. Yeah, so she's great. And I haven't really said anything. I didn't have the camera out. I didn't really post anything or nothing, but I'll quickly say that I have sat on her and given her a very, very short ride. She did very well. When that gets a little bit more solid, and what I mean by a ride, I literally just took a few steps. She was good. I wouldn't call that a ride, but when that comes along, I'll definitely show you guys how that goes about. But the process is hardly any different from everything else I do. It's just in series and stages, and make sure that I've got the feet and I can move her around just like I did in the trailer. When I got her in the trailer, I wanted her to go back and forth and stuff, the usual back and forth movement. And she would go back and then she'd come forward. She'd stomp forward.
Huh.
You know, she's like stumbling forward because she was stuck. So we worked at that until she just stepped forward normally and stuff. So I have to make sure that I've got her feet.
Carla has a question.
Carla does not have a question. Say it isn't so. Tell her no. Just write no.
Do you ever do any training that helps with horses that are afraid of dogs or even kids so they are okay around them?
Do I do anything for horses around dogs or kids? The kids are afraid of dogs, or horses are afraid of kids?
Horses are afraid of kids or dogs.
I haven't seen a horse afraid of kids before. Usually horses are actually better with kids than they are adults. But horses can be aggressive or fearful.
Oh, Shirley's finally here.
Shirley made it.
Yay, Shirley.
Good for you, Shirley. We've been saying that from the beginning of this video. Where's Shirley? She wrote a comment. And we decided we'd do a fireside chat because Shirley wrote a comment. And then Shirley wasn't here. But now you're here. I have done... it's... Okay, so... dog training. Obviously, we have Zeus. So... Zeus is good at listening about things to sit or stay or come along. So if I go trail riding, there's plenty of times that I'll bring Zeus along with me and he'll just follow along. I can call him and have him heel. I can bring him to me while riding, which is handy on that note. And so usually that is fine because I'm riding and I'm paying attention to a lot of what the horse is doing. So I would call that acclimation to the dog. Now, horses are going to react different when you're riding, when you're on the ground, and when you're not even around them. And I don't know if there's a lot that you can really do for a horse that wants to send dogs away if you're not with them. So I think without that, without putting that in there, when you're with them or when you're riding them, I wouldn't treat that any different than if I was looking at a situation where there's another horse around. And in such a case, I would just manage their disposition through movement. So if they felt like they needed to go deal with the dog, I would treat it no different than if they felt like they needed to go deal with another horse. And there's plenty of times when horses want to tell another horse what to do. And I do a lot of that stuff. If I've got to pony somebody, if I've got to, I will herd my horses with another person's horse. So, what does that mean? if you guys have ever seen any cutting exercises or penning exercises, things like that. And essentially, I'll be riding somebody's horse, or one of my own for that matter, and I'll have one of my other horses in, and I will work towards getting them somewhere. So pushing them on and stuff like that. And so the horse that I'm riding must listen to what I'm saying in the direction I want to go based on where I want to send the other horse. And that inhibits them from doing what I'm doing, which is telling the horse what to do, the other horse what to do. And it encourages the idea that they need to be along for the ride rather than I'm along for the ride. So I think I would treat dogs exactly the same if I was to specifically work on that. There are specific instances where I have worked on being around dogs on trails. I'll talk to people who are walking their dog and I'll say, you know, keep a little bit of space or something like that, or can we walk with you a little bit? And I would work on just making sure that the horse understands that it needs to do what I'm asking and nothing more. Just go along. It's good. You're fine. So there's plenty of opportunities to do that. In a controlled environment like here, I've only got Zeus. So there are cases where that works rather well. But for the most part, I think that I might deal with dogs in the same way or by proxy by using another horse. A fear of other horses or dogs is not something that I think you can take out of a horse. You can acclimate them to dogs. But dogs and horses, they're both unpredictable in many ways. And if a dog wanted to kind of come at a horse, you'll have to deal with that and you'll have to deal with a dog then. But a horse going after a dog, that is something to deal with. If they're with you, they shouldn't be thinking about much of anything other than, what do you want to do next, pal? Kind of thing. And that would be the best way to sort of deal with that in that kind of thought process. So hopefully that helps, Carla.
She gave a thumbs up.
She gave a thumbs up? Good. Lovely.
And then David had a question.
David has a question?
Did you ever discuss the hoof issue with Gracie you brought up on Patreon? I hope I didn't miss it.
Oh, no, I didn't. I posted a picture on Patreon of Gracie's, a close-up of Gracie's, one of her back, left or right. I don't know, one of her back feet. Let's say back left for now. Actually, it has to be based on the shot. Yeah, it's back left foot. And it was a pop quiz. So David's on Patreon, so he's able to see it, and he wants to know the answer to that one. I will do an answer there. I will probably do, I've definitely, I've got about 5 videos lined up. I genuinely have not had enough time to get to them all. But I want to talk about things that you can look for in your horse's feet.
I failed the quiz.
Actually, David came really close to getting the answer. Yeah, David, there was a couple people that wrote something, but David came the close, and then another girl came really close to, actually she came very, very close, but then went off track, started thinking too deep into things. I was like, no, come back. And came up with a real close answer as well. So together the answers are correct. So if you check out the comments, you'll see what it was, David. But yes, I plan on doing a much more detailed instruction on what it is, what I saw, how I'll deal with it. Overall, I'm not worried, but she's in boots for a reason. It's probably the best way to put it. And she's coming along great. Gracie's doing really well.
Yeah.
She is constantly kicking up a storm. There'll be something that'll happen, like a squirrel will jump out of a tree or something that happens over on that side. And Lena, Callie, and Gracie will all move, but Gracie's the only one who kicks up a storm of dust. So poof. It's so dry. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so hopefully things get a little bit sort of damp at least. Not really looking for a lot of rain. I don't want a lot of rain. I like my dry weather here.
Although if you weren't in the pool, then you'd be doing your videos. Maybe the rain will get you inside.
It's true. When it rains more, I actually can get on with more projects inside rather than outside, like the shelter, the new wash station,
Yeah, it's true.
or
We want to do that.
all the gardening and cleanup and the water box over in the front. And that took a long time to do. To dig the hole up. Yeah. Piles of things. Well, it's the end of summer, so there's plenty of things that I just want to make sure are good, and then it can rain, sure, because it's going to rain until what, April? From September till April, October till April, we're going to have nothing but rain. So you got to get these things done while you can, and then we'll be back to talking about stupid drainage again. We have another 20 videos about drainage. Yay.
Isis has a question.
Isis is here. Hey, Isis.
Asking what quiz? And Dave said we have to be on Patreon.
She is.
I am.
Well, go look at the page,
on
Isis.
How much horses cost? Question mark. Or how much cheaper than therapy? Question mark.
No. The cost one is the latest post, Isis. That's not it. Scroll down a little, and you'll see there's a picture of Gracie's back left foot. And my pop quiz is, what is this? When did it happen? What do I do? I can't remember all the questions, but it's something along those lines. And I was going to put up the answer within a couple days, but oh man. Well, there was only a few days back when I put it up. Anyway, so I might be a day behind or something, but everybody will forgive me.
I bet I know.
You bet you know.
Yeah. I think you told me.
Oh, because I've told you?
Yeah, I shouldn't have admitted you told me, and I could have.
Did I tell you? Oh, I did tell you. That's right. Yeah, I did tell you.
Without even seeing the picture, I can imagine what it is you took a picture of.
What?
Because you showed me a picture.
I showed you the picture?
Not what you posted. But
I don't know what phone I've got it on.
So.
Which phone did I put it on? Let's see. Yeah, it was this one. That one.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I already showed you that. Then I talked about it.
I'm the
right?
winner.
Yeah, Jen's the winner.
Is that
She's
nepotism?
Just got it figured out.
David says you actually said tomorrow in quotes. You would post the answer.
I did not. I said soon. I said soon. The answer will be soon.
Tomorrow.
I did not say tomorrow. Did I say tomorrow? I don't think I said tomorrow.
I would believe David over
You'd believe David? That's not cool.
Look
at that.
That's cool.
Do you like that picture I sent you? That one. That was cool, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it was a great shot. Looks like you guys are having a fun night.
Oh. Yep. That was a good one.
David's going to review the footage.
He's going to review the article? Thanks, buddy. I'm pretty sure. Well, that one was just lucky because the moon, it's not out. Oh, we got too much cloud. We got half a moon, a little over half a moon. But the fire was maybe a little bit brighter than this, but it had lit that up, and then she was holding a piece of paper, and so it was blue up there and red down here. And I thought, oh, that looks good. So I should be a photographer too.
You are.
I am a little bit.
A few days.
A little bit.
64 as I recall is the answer.
What?
I don't know. Isis says 64 as I recall is the answer.
I don't know what that means either. Isis, what are you talking about? Carrie's here. Hey, Carrie. Alicia, hello. Harley and Blaze. I'm guessing.
Shirley's asking if you salt your horses.
How much cheaper than therapy? Are horses cheaper than therapy? That's funny, Isis. Are horses cheaper than therapy? That's the topic of the night. Yeah. I don't know. Are they? You think they are? Probably not. I bet therapy's cheaper.
Therapy is about $100 an hour.
$100 an hour.
$100 to $200 an hour.
If you went once a week, it'd be $400.
Typically, you go once a week, so about $400 a month.
It depends on the therapist. If you have
Yeah.
a $200 an hour therapist, no, horses are cheaper. $100, therapist is cheaper.
Yeah, therapist is cheaper.
But I wouldn't say it's better.
Okay.
I'd say horses are way
Less
better.
enjoyable or more enjoyable. Did you say this from Shirley? She has a question.
Shirley's a question.
Yeah, I grew
All
up
right.
with a milk cow, calf, and my horse on the property. Dad always left out a salt lick. You salt your horses. That sounds fun.
Well, some of them are kind of salty. Let's tell you that right now. Gracie's a salty one. Yeah. So, a couple of them have salt licks, but they're running out. I think salt licks are a great idea. I just keep forgetting. I think somebody asked me in the last one, I was like, hey, it's a good reminder for me to go out and buy some, and then I never did. So, set an alarm. I think salt licks are great. They take a long time for them to get through, which is good. You just leave them. There's other options we used to do was, actually we have some. We could probably just do that for now. The granulated. Yeah. So, yeah. When we in the wintertime, we tend to be softies and put together a hot mash of alfalfa cubes and beef pulp, and we'll put in a big heaping tablespoon of salt, kind of thing. And then they guaranteed to get salt. So I think salt's really good. Nothing wrong with that, especially if you want them to drink more water. In the wintertime, horses will drink less water. Summertime, we don't have an issue with that, so it's not as big of an issue. If they're hard workers and they're losing their sort of salt and electrolytes kind of thing, then salt can be beneficial. But wintertime, they won't drink as much, so adding salt to a supplement feed, like a bucket of grain, essentially, is a great idea because they'll get a little bit thirsty and they'll drink more water, which is good because it can possibly reduce colic. None of our horses have ever colicked here. Other than Macaroni had possible colic, but colic was really just this random, as my vet put it, just a random saying for stomach problem, tummy issues. So I guess in a way he did, but other than that, nobody else has. Horses are better than any therapist. It is true. I mean, admittedly, there have been plenty of times when I'm not feeling overly good, I guess you could say. Maybe it's a bad day, maybe some crap has happened that I'm having a little bit hard time dealing with my own thoughts of some sorts, and I'll just come out and I will literally come out and hug a horse. Jen's laughing.
You should get therapy while you get to hug a horse.
But she was coming out to take out one of the horses, and I had already beat her in there. What was I doing? I was doing poop, and I was already hugging the horse before she could take it out. Just Collie, yeah. I just went up and I just gave her this big, huge hug, and it just feels good. Yeah, it feels nice to just give him a big squeeze. Luke's really good for that because he sort of squeezes in with his neck and comes down. And then who else did that? Collie did that. Actually, I was in the arena and I'd done work. I was finished up working with her, and I was with David. David, you were there, and she sort of leaned in and she started to bring her head down to sort of squeeze in a bit. And some people call that a horse hug, and they can be pretty heavy. Snuggly, yeah. No. Heavy was kind of the feeling that you get because they come in and they lean into it. And it's actually what you're looking for. If you guys have never looked up horse massage or horse, I don't know, massage is probably the best way to put it, but you can encourage a horse to really kind of lean in and relax their body onto your shoulder. And if you're ready for it, it's manageable. And it's peaceful. It's a very peaceful feeling. And so anyways, yeah, she was doing that in the arena. And then Luke's really good at it. Lena's okay at it. I think she more tolerates me than anything. But as for what?
Lena does look like those.
She does look like it, right? God, there he goes again. I wonder when he's gonna let go.
Go scratch my butt.
Scratch my butt. Yeah, you're at the wrong end to go.
Stop hugging my neck.
Yeah, get off. But that in and of itself is also a form of therapy where you know that they're tolerating you, and the fact that they're tolerating you is really amazing. I mean, it's ridiculous. Who would ever think to hug a horse? You know, who? What?
Anyone that goes near one.
Anyone that goes near one? I guess so.
Once you've been around horses, it sort of seems natural to hug them.
I don't see you hugging horses. When was the last time you hugged a horse? Who have you hugged?
I was hugging Polly today when I was
You hugged her?
Arena. She's so sweet.
She's very sweet.
Always gets snuggles.
Yeah.
She's my snuggly buggly. And then Luke today when I was scratching his neck.
I've never seen you hug a horse.
You're insane.
Because usually you're like, oh, they're so stinky. I don't want to smell like a horse.
It's only Luke that smells terrible.
Luke's kind of strong. That's true.
Smell and there's something up with him. But I like to smell the macaroni. Peggy doesn't barely smell at all.
Peggy, no.
Mild. You can barely tell she's a horse.
It's true.
But Luke today just put his head on my head. He just rested.
Careful of that though. Their jaws are really.
I know.
Wow, Jen. This is
You're fine.
hopefully the camera's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
We almost melted the phone last time.
It wasn't last time. It
Or
was
the time before or whatever.
moons ago.
Any moons ago.
Fine. I already said I'll get in trouble for it.
Did you? No.
Yep.
I just don't want the ash, that's all. I think a big fire is awesome. Anyways, yeah, horse therapy, it's huge. I mean, it's a growing industry. In fact, I got requested to, well, I mean, I don't know, who knows if it'll go through. But I was requested maybe I could work with a group that's thinking of putting together equine therapy for kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
Troubled kids. And I said, I would love to. I would be all over that. I would get involved with that. Sometimes I like kids, right? Once in a while. I think horses and kids go together really, really, really well. When I'm giving lessons to kids, I really enjoy the interaction because it's a lot more, it's really, I mean, even adults are pretty pure, but kids are even more. Kids are great, eh? They're really neat to watch with horses. And so the idea of working with a place that would specifically work with kids that are troubled or something like that, because the kids, I think, and even as adults, the ones that are a little bit more troubled connect easier. Does that make sense? They'll find one and they'll connect right up. They'll be looking, because horses are always looking to connect. That's probably why, eh? That's probably it. Horses are always looking to connect. And even a troubled horse will still be trying to figure out a way to connect. But a troubled human may not know it, but they are too. And the horses offer it in such a pure form that it's easy to accept. Maybe that's kind of how it goes. So therapy with horses is true. It's real. It works. It's very effective.
Wow.
Did you feel better after you hugged her? Do you think you felt better? Lighter? Happier? Grumpier? Angrier?
Just like hugging Zeus. Like it's sort of just, they feel like pets. So it feels
Just feels
like
good?
a bond. It feels like you're connecting. Like Macaroni's so when he's getting in and out of the gate.
Yeah.
So high strung. So then I always just give him a hug and just he just calms right down. He just like, and then when you take his lead real off, then he just sort of, oh, okay.
Ronnie
Hangs
loves
out for a
being
second.
close.
Yes, he does.
Ronnie's a very close horse. Which I've always really enjoyed about him.
Yeah, he's got a good feel.
Yeah.
Skittery, but good.
He needs to draw from people's energy, I think.
Yeah. You have to be calm around him.
Yeah. You don't have to do it with Luke. Luke doesn't give a crap.
No.
He doesn't care much about anything.
No.
Yeah.
Especially.
But he was bad today?
Yeah.
Did you have to punch him?
He wouldn't move off
in the eyeball?
gate. But it was really cute actually. Then he kept trying to meet Macaroni's nose face to face, like constantly. But I was like, just get off the gate so I can let Macaroni in. I'm waving the thing.
Oh, because they're
nothing.
sniffing and chitty-chatting.
Yeah. Nicely. Very, very nicely. But he's like, let my friend in. I was like,
Oh, I
back
see.
off the gate.
Get off the gate, Luke.
Yeah.
Punch you in the knee. Yeah, Luke's awesome for that. He's not really a touchy horse, but he likes being close. He's a snuggle bug, but not necessarily like Macaroni. He's not touchy-feely.
No.
But he's snuggle buggy.
Yeah. You have to only know where to touch him too.
Yeah. Gracie's being a real snuggle buggy.
Say Gracie actually is
She's
very snuggly.
Yeah, she's really good
she
now.
She loves touches and she goes completely still when you start to touch her.
Yep.
She gets so calm.
I gave her a massive brushings today.
Yeah, I saw that.
Did you?
See what I mean? She does this.
She just stands real still.
She stands there. She really likes it. She won't walk off.
Oh no, she loves it.
Yeah, it's really neat.
Gracie loves the snuggles now. She is all over being scratched and brushed and spent time with. She is great. It's fantastic to hang around with her. It's another one of these. Let's check that on.
What? David said he fell awfully then.
Oh yeah, sort of. I mean, sort of, buddy. You sort of rolled off slightly.
Didn't say landed on his feet.
I was like, David, jump off. Is 6 seconds later, he's like, all right. Yeah.
My sister was asking if you answered the salt question. We did.
Salt question.
Salt's good.
Salt's good. You know, as long as it's, if you're gonna make them have it in their food, then it's not much. Just a good tablespoon is good for the day. If it's freely given, you know, why not? They'll moderate that, and if not, they'll drink more water, which is good in the winter. Not so much in the summer because they're already drinking buckets of water anyways because they're so hot. Horses sweat a lot. You might not know it if they're not soaking wet, but they sweat an awful lot, drink an awful lot. We know it because we're filling buckets all the time, cleaning buckets all the time, maintaining. There. Yeah, Gracie is just fantastic for, I'd say almost every horse here's. Even Ruli's coming around. Ruli's getting better.
Yeah, today she came over.
Yeah. And Duke's kind of fun.
He is sweet.
Yeah.
He is all nose. He just comes at you with his nose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone's asking if they've seen you ride Macaroni. Not in a very, very, you rarely ever ride that horse.
Oh, I did a live stream of me riding Macaroni. When was that?
No, you worked on gravel.
I have no idea where my phone's behind.
Okay, well then that's the end.
I did a ride on Macaroni in a live stream not too long ago because I was working on hey, Ida's here. Hey, Ida. Yeah. Ooh, thanks, Shirley. Coffee for us. Between Teresa and Shirley, we have coffees in the morning.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I suppose it's probably more for the horses.
I'm all about.
Well, we need coffee so then we can do poo and food.
We need coffees to do poo and food, says Jenners. We've got tomorrow's maybe 2 lessons, I think, 2 or 3. And what else are we doing tomorrow? What are we doing tomorrow? Training. Gotta work with the horsies. What else? Well, we can't build that thing yet. Might be able to take the form off. Probably take the form off tomorrow. Then clean up around the edge. Well, we can go get the lumber.
Ooh, actually, while we're there, I need lumber too.
For what?
For around the play area for the swing set. There's a couple pieces that have completely rotted out for the intersection. Kids' little feet.
Oh yeah? Yeah, we could pick up some lumber tomorrow.
I don't know what they are, but two of them.
David says Ida is no longer auto-corrected. That's good.
My pen name is the pain in the A.
Well, she can't. If she writes a swear word, it gets flagged inside of the chat, and then I have to approve it. Who else wrote a swear word? Somebody else wrote a swear word. I can't remember who it was. It was hilarious. It was something along those lines. It was totally innocuous. And I was like, well, you have to reword it because it's we're a family-oriented sort of channel. And, I think all horse channels should be family-oriented. I think that there are some out there that, don't. And the host, not the audience. So many kids. I mean, I hear it quite a few times. Oh, I sit down with my daughter or my son or something. We watch a channel. I think, great. That's awesome. What? Carla, you're on permanent vacation? Yeah, get over here. What are you waiting for? Hop in the car. See you in a bit. I just didn't mean to swear, I swear. That's okay. My kid sometimes thinks that crap is a swear word. You shouldn't say crap, she says. And then she says crap.
My horse swears sometimes, as he says.
Oh, all of my horses swear all the time. Yeah, quarter horses are the worst.
Quarter horses, right. Quarter horses always swear.
Arabians swear with an accent. Get a passport. Doesn't take long. Have to get a passport. Go for it. See you soon. You show up when Maria's here. We can have a party. This place is busy. Last Sunday we had piles of people here.
Yeah.
It's getting busier. It's nice.
I can do Arabian accent.
You can do Arabian accent. Gracie's awesome though. I'm yeah. What do I even do?
Oh, don't even worry, Carla. I probably have about 4 cases of wine already. Just to get more wine. I was like,
why do you have 4 cases of wine? Where would you
I bottled wine, remember?
You bottled wine?
Plus, then I go on my wine tour and I buy wine.
Jen's self-admitting she's an alkie, so careful there.
If I was an alcoholic, I would have 0 wine.
Should have no wine because it's all drink. Yeah.
I have lots because I'm not. But thank you.
4 cases. Finish that off pretty quick.
Ice's comment above with the word nut in it was flagged for approval.
Oh, yeah? That's hilarious. I didn't even see that. David catches all these ones before I get to them. Of course, I'm not really looking at my phone.
Shirley says Jen's hilarious. Yeah.
Who says you're hilarious?
Shirley.
Maybe Shirley's drinking wine right now. You are hilarious, but I'm drinking wine too, so.
I was actually drinking tea.
You're drinking tea? Yeah, but you had wine.
1 glass.
Yeah, but I was saying that I think you're hilarious too.
How many glasses did you have?
I've only had 1.
2.
Ish.
Yeah, and this thing.
Oh, that's a long time ago. That doesn't have any effect on me. It's practically water.
That's why you're smiling like that, eh?
I'm smiling normally.
Smiling's my favorite.
Smiling is your favorite.
Oh, I cannot wait. It's almost Christmas.
No.
It is.
Jen's a Christmas nutter,
I
in
am
case
a
anybody's
Christmas
wondering.
nutter. That's okay.
Not me, I'm the opposite.
Yeah.
Well, almost the opposite.
Yeah, you're
Not
not
quite.
a Grinch or anything.
No.
But you're just kind of.
It's like, yeah, it's Christmas. Cool, man.
I got stuff to do.
I'm busy. Yeah. What do I got to do today?
Having one glass of wine 3 times is not the same, Graham.
It's the same glass. I haven't changed glasses. Makes it one glass.
Says you're both pretty nutty. It's true, we are.
Isis, be careful there. Be careful. I'll talk to Vinny and he'll start painting bad paintings.
Walmart already has Christmas stuff, and I'm looking for Thanksgiving and Halloween items.
Walmart does not have Christmas stuff.
Well, she's saying
That's ridiculous.
Harley, I love that name. Yeah, it's not surprising. I bet Costco does.
No, they have Halloween and Thanksgiving and then Christmas. Because these are all important.
Halloween.
Halloween.
The magical time of year. Halloween's been out for like a month already. It's so crazy.
This fire is nice. I wish you guys could all show up and experience just this nice warmth that comes from it. Get a little bit more light. Keep burning it. Uh-oh. Well. Isis says we're nutty. Pot calling the kettle black. Although she'd probably freely admit that. So no win right there. Finally get rid of some of this stuff we've got lying around.
Carla says, be careful what you wish for, Graham. What did you wish for?
What did I wish for, Carla?
I don't know.
$1 million. Could use money. Everybody needs money.
You must have just said something.
What did I say that I wished for?
I don't know. But I'd ask you.
I don't know, Carla. What did I wish for?
You just literally shot over top of the fire. It's on the.
It's right there, burning. It's not over top. It's on there. Something else fell off. That's different. That's different. That's a different piece. The piece that I just threw is burning happily.
Oh, for all of you to show up. Oh no.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. We got enough chairs. Just pull a big pile of chairs.
What's this? Oh, that's papers.
That's different.
It's not.
Now it's getting kind of hot.
Yeah, for a good second.
All the paper burns.
Paper fire. I love having people over, so that makes me happy. 23 watching. Need more chairs. Ooh, Corona, Paul.
We could fit.
We could fit lots of people here. We have.
We could fit 23 people around this fire.
Yeah, when we had our 1-year anniversary, we had lots and lots of people here at the property.
40 people or so?
40 or 50, and we had lots of people around the fire, so, yeah. Oh, Harley says she'll sit on logs.
Oh.
It's true, we have lots of logs.
We actually have some log benches that are in the makings. They should be done sometime in the next couple of years.
You're such a smart kid.
Because one of them is partially done and there's 3 more to go. So they're getting there.
It's funny. She's like, we could all sit on horses.
And
ride. That's good, true.
No drinking and riding.
Some people do though. Remember you said you went on poker rides?
It boggles my mind that people are. They got beer holding things, and you think, well, maybe a beer is fine or so. I think I'm sort of half sloshed, so carry a beer just to maintain it. Not safe. Until it's my problem, I guess. Did it crash? Yeah, the picture looks great. Pull up on my Segway. Paul Blart Mall Cop. That was an okay movie, eh?
ISIS says a new level of horse desensitizing.
Hanging around a fire? Our horses.
No, Segway.
Oh, a Segway? Well,
yeah, our horses aren't phased by fire anymore.
No, our horses don't care about fire. Well, we use the gator a lot and bicycles. Ride our bikes around here, reasonable amount. Horses don't really care too much about that anymore. Used to. What now?
David wrote, "Are Segways still a thing?" And I just wrote, "Meow, Dave."
I don't know. Are Segways still a thing? Because I think they partially went out of business or something. Because nobody was buying them. Because in the end, actually, I mean, those were pretty good. Don't get me wrong. I think Segways are fascinating. With their
nobody has them.
But I don't know anybody who has one. But for electric transportation, it's turned to skateboards and scooters and bicycles, obviously. So I think Segways just were weird and they couldn't be used in very many locations unless you put on bigger tires. But there are plenty of electric bicycles that have both small or thin and thick tires. And then there's scooters and skateboards that are very, very efficient and quite fast. Especially the ones from the... Oh, did you see the lightning?
No.
Let's count the seconds and see when the thunder's coming.
You saw it, so you'd have to...
What? Oh, yeah? Well, David will take care of that if he needs to. A documentary. I don't know, man. Are you sure? We're getting Maritz weather now. Is it raining there, David, or what? Oh, Shirley, don't worry. A couple bucks came through and all that. It's very good. Don't worry about that. I walk around Toronto with my shoes untied. That's how gangsta I am.
Who is that?
Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Oh, yeah.
Stopped now. The rain stopped. I think we're going to get rain later. There's lightning, but it's south, which is weird because you're to the north, buddy. So we'll see what happens. What? It's actually a tasty wine. It's not bad at all.
This is interesting.
And it seems like a very low alcohol count because I'm not feeling anything.
You and I don't really...
What is it? 6% or something lean? Can't even read it. It's too dark. Oh, tastes good. It's nice red wine. Harley and Blaze. I'm agreed with for once. It's pronounced gangsta. Gangsta. What? What are you talking about? You untie your shoes and you're gangsta. Okay. No, David was not. David, it's enough out of you. David, too many people making too many jokes right now. David found us by pure chance on YouTube, I think, and then he's like, "Hey, can I come down sometime?" And I always say yes. Actually, there's somebody coming tomorrow.
Who's that?
I don't know. I don't know who it is, but she's in Mission? Crap, no. Yes, maybe in Mission. As the lady in Mission who's bringing her grandson. Huh?
That lightning, I thought.
You saw some lightning?
Yep.
I don't think it was lightning. So, yeah, she's bringing her grandson as a surprise. She says, "Can I come by and visit sometime and watch your stuff on YouTube?" And I said, "Sure. Yeah. Why not? Sounds like a good idea. If you'd like to." And so she'll be by tomorrow. She didn't say what time, though. So, oh, well, that's neat. Yeah, we met a lot of people through YouTube. There's a couple of guys that had come by last year, and they just came by one time, brought some treats and stuff like that. So they're really thankful for all the interesting information and sharing the horses and stuff like that. So we meet a lot of people through this channel. It's pretty cool. And a lot of like-minded people, a lot of nice people. I mean, I don't think we met anybody that isn't nice for that matter. So, yay. And David's pretty good.
Sure.
David is a favorite. Everybody loves that guy. It's kind of this. It's not the warmest of nights. If we weren't near the fire, we might kind of think it's a little chilly or something like that. But being next to this fire is awesome. But at least we can share it online a little bit. Pow! There's some light. What are you writing? You writing about the jokes? Because people are saying silly things like I'm slurring and stuff. I am not slurring, Carla. Just wait till you get your passport. Show up with our crates of wine.
13.5%, in case anyone's wondering.
It is not. This stuff feels like 6% or something silly. Oh, right, because David's making some dumb joke about, oh, you can't read it. Sure. Oh, there it is, 13.5. You're right.
Why did you question if I can read it?
Doesn't feel like that at all. Hopefully it's not one of those situations where when I go to stand up, it'll be a problem.
Just fall over.
I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of people on this channel that's like, yeah, you're out at a bar, you're hanging out at your buddy's place or your friend's place or whatever, and you, yeah, sure, I'll have one more tequila or something, and all of a sudden you stand up and you fall over. I was good until I stood up. I'm no good with tequila, by the way. Absolutely no good.
Yeah, like what happened? Did you vomit?
I definitely, the very last time and the only time ever for the rest of my life that I had tequila, I absolutely did. I think it's probably because we finished off the bottle. That was the problem.
Yeah, that's never a good sign.
But I'm glad that I actually did throw up at night and not the next day, because the person I was drinking with threw up the next day and he felt bad for 2 days, where I was fine the next day. So.
Because you threw up that night.
That's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, tequila is not.
Advil and water beside your bed before you go to bed. And if you can purge it if you need to, then yeah, get it out.
Advil and water?
Yeah, if you have that beside your bed.
So says the expert with her cartons of wine, everybody.
They're not cartons.
Whatever.
See how much you've had to drink? You don't
Crates of wine.
Cases?
Crates and cases, she says. She's got crates and cases.
That's because if you knew where they were, they'd be gone.
No. I only drink what's put in front of me. Like food. Like, well, there it is. I better eat it.
How I feel about M&M peanuts.
M&M peanuts, those are terrible. Those are the worst. I don't know why I buy them. I should not buy those. Those are not good for my body.
She had a horse that drank beer.
A horse that drank beer? Some people have recommended that. I wouldn't recommend that overly, but you know.
Maria says, tequila's my superpower. 14 shots and survived. Wow.
Well, I drank half a bottle. Is that 14 shots?
I don't know. Let's lay 14 shots in front of you and see what happens.
Oh no, that would be the end of me.
Yeah.
Let's just say I wouldn't be horse training the next day. That's not a possibility.
Oh.
What? It's just cardboard.
Yeah, but you didn't put anything on it.
Yeah, but look at how good it looks. You'd take slow motion video of that, it would look amazing.
Yeah, sure.
I can't even count how many slow motion videos I have of fires now. It's a fascinating little camera that I've got. In case anybody's wondering what the heck I'm talking about, I got a new phone. It was offered to me by the provider because my contract had expired. And in Canada, they can only have 2-year contracts now instead of 3 years. So at the end of 2 years, they give you a shot. They're like, hey, you want to sign up with us again? Which I was going to do anyways because they provide the best coverage around here for a reasonable price. And I had gone in the day before and had looked at a new phone, and they were going to charge me $100 or something. And they were going to raise the rate of my plan. I said, nah, that won't do. I'm not paying any more than I already pay. So when they called me up, they said, well, we'll give you $60 if you change to a new phone, and we won't raise the rate of your plan. And I said, you're going to give me $60 for a brand new phone and not change the rate of my plan. Is that correct? Yeah. I said, well, there doesn't sound like there's a downside to that because I would have stayed with him anyways.
Yep.
I like Bell. Now, the side story to Bell is that they provide the best coverage throughout our local islands. We've got, because we live on the West Coast, we've got a whole bunch of islands that run up our coast. And I used to sail. I guess we used to sail. And the best coverage for the phone was actually Bell, which is a mobility provider around here. And so I was like, yeah, sure. I can't imagine why I'd switch. One day I hopefully get another sailboat. Is there any more wood to chuck on here, or we're done for the night?
A little bit.
There's just cedar. I don't want to chuck cedar on. Ah, forget it. We don't have any more of our chopped wood. It's all over in the thing. Well, there was a massive pile of firewood here.
Oh, that was a big one.
That was lightning. Ah, well, whatever. This fire's gone on long enough. You guys must be getting bored of me by now, or us. So yeah, I stood up and I'm fine. What are you typing? Is it another joke about me?
No, Carla was asking, or
Some kind of
stating she
squirrel
wanted
joke or
to
something?
see Gracie on one of her energy bursts in slow-mo.
I do have videos of Gracie on her energy burst in slow-mo.
There's the thunder.
Oh, there's the thunder. That was about 15 seconds. How far away is that? How many kilometers per second?
I thought it was it 1 to 1?
Oh, there it goes again. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's a long ways away.
Now they say you're getting paranoid because you're so worried about all the jokes.
People make too many jokes about me, I have to admit.
You think people make fun of you, Dad?
Chuck Norris? Oh man, we've got all kinds of people in here. Paul has changed his name to Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
Keep drinking. We'll let you know we've had enough of you. I'm more than paranoid. Paranoid about what? What am I paranoid about? Jokes.
They're making jokes.
Oh, for Pete's sake. Everybody's making, especially Carla. She's the worst.
Carla says, have a few more. Keep talking.
Hey, Justin Trudeau's here as well. That's cool.
Same guy.
Oh, it's the same guy. Paul's changed his name to Justin and then Chuck.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you got to come on as Arnold. Or Bruce Lee, one or the other. Have you got another ID that's Bruce Lee? Because I would love to have Bruce Lee in here. I know he's dead, but all the same. Switch over. It would be the absolute coolest if Chuck Norris was here. Oh, there goes the lightning again. It says it's ×3. So whatever you count, it's ×3, and that's how far away the lightning storm is. Should we trust her? Chuck just laughs. Chuck's not doing anything. Chuck's just laughing. He's got more streams to visit. See ya. The most weirdest thing about YouTube is it introduces... Oh, there it is. That was like 30 seconds away. It feels like it's farther. And it's coming from the west, not the east. David's in the east. He thinks that Merritt's weather is coming here. Chuck Norris is brutal, always kicking people. When I was a kid, I watched Chuck Norris stuff so much. It was ridiculous. I love Chuck Norris stuff.
What did Chuck Norris go?
Huh?
He did movies, right?
You don't know who Chuck Norris is?
I know who did it, but I don't know any of his shows.
Shows? Yeah, he did some shows. But he did mostly movies. See, Chuck Norris, 1, never loses. 2, never runs out of bullets. Ever.
Didn't he do a cowboy type one, actually?
Yeah, he did a show called Outlaw or something. I can't remember now. No, something Ranger.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
When he was older.
Yeah, I think he's all done. Chuck Boris is still the best. Who's Chuck Boris?
I think she meant to write Nora.
I don't know. I think it's Chuck Boris for sure.
Okay.
Enter the mall cop. Okay, what's this guy gonna come back as? Who's gonna guess? I bet it's Bruce Lee. It's gotta be Bruce Lee. We've asked for Bruce Lee. It better be Bruce Lee. All Carrie's going to bed. Lone Ranger. That sounds familiar. No,
No.
not Lone Ranger. Something else. That thunder's getting kind of loud. Ranger Walker Ranger or something, or
Texas. It
Texas Walker. Texas Walker. That's what it was.
No, it's longer than that.
I don't know. Somebody search it out.
Yeah.
Walker Texas Ranger. That's what it was.
Yeah.
See, David and I were right.
You were not right. Thank you.
Thanks,
Dave.
buddy. Yeah, I was right. I just did, says David.
Hiccup.
Did somebody say? Face palm. It's actually really, admittedly, with the fire going, sitting up here, with the lightning and thunder kind of going off in the west, it's a very cool environment. You can hear the horses eating off to the side. Jen's blowing her nose. It's great. It's great.
Why do you have to pick on me? Just leave me alone.
Crackle of the fire.
Stupid. What is that? Alfalfa? What is it that's in there? It's driving me crazy.
There's alfalfa
Yeah.
and then local hay. I don't think alfalfa bugs you. It's probably the Timothy.
It's Timothy. That's what I can't handle. Yeah.
Jen's allergic to some Timothy.
Woo. The batch right now is bad.
Every bale is different.
Yeah. I even took an allergy pill after I was done.
Oh, there goes again. It's to the south. Oh, to the west. That's huge. We need a crowd of people here. I mean, it'd be so cool. There could be a shot for every lightning strike. Oh, we got Bruce Lee in?
No,
Get out of here.
because we've spun this into comedy. Oh, someone says, I want to have what you're having. Are you sure guys are not having something that starts with M or W?
Moonshine?
I don't know what that means.
Water.
Milk?
Water? Milk and water? Somebody said milk and water. Ida. Nobody's having anything with milk around here.
No.
Nope.
Well, kind of. I had tea. It has milk
Jen
and
had
water in
tea
it.
and milk in it.
He's just having wine. Wine.
Timothy, I'm not allergic to anything, luckily. I don't have any allergies to hay, grass, alfalfa. But it does get pretty dusty sometimes. It's uncomfortable. So
Oh, malt whiskey. Oh.
Isis says she's not drinking with you guys on a lightning storm. Malt whiskey, MW. Oh, I see. You're not drinking with us in a lightning storm? I don't know. What was that? It's true. Sadness comes first. That's the first feeling.
Isis likes tea. She could have tea with us.
I don't imagine Isis drinking alcohol.
Oh, well, that's why I said
Admittedly.
tea. My tea has no alcohol in it. It's just good tea.
Malt whiskey. I don't know if I've ever drinking
Texas
malt
Walker
whiskey.
Ranger. Everyone's got a good thing.
Sure.
Walker.
Walker, Texas Ranger. That's what it was.
Oh, that was a cool.
That's a big one.
That's too bad you don't
Does
put a
that show up
drone
on video?
Can you
What?
put a drone up in that or not?
Can I put a drone in the air? Yeah, but it's not really going to catch it too well, I don't think.
That's too bad.
I did put out the drone today, so I'm going to put some of that footage in my next video.
Wendy promises single malt. That was right, yeah. What's a single malt? And I don't know what any of that stuff is. I don't drink hard
Well,
liquor.
Isis, none of us none of us here in front of the fire know what single
Ooh.
or double or triple malt or
No.
any of these malts stand for.
I
So
only drink this, so I know nothing about anything
Jen
else.
drinks vodka straight regularly,
Would you?
so
I do
that's all she.
not.
What? You just said you drink vodka
Well, I
a
only
lot.
drink it mixed. I love Caesars. Those are my absolute favorite.
She takes shots.
I never
She told
ever
me the
take
story
shots
one
of
time.
vodka.
Jen told me the story one time. She was behind a bar, and she was shooting
See?
shots
This is the
aplenty.
problem with your memory. Okay, so
That's how it went, right?
no,
You were
it,
shooting shots aplenty,
no,
and you got out from
no,
behind there, and then
no.
upchucked.
It was
There's
my
cookies everywhere.
it was my 24th birthday. I was at my house,
24th birthday, she says.
but it was a big.
So she had 24 shots.
We did a Mexican fiesta,
A
so
Mexican.
it was all day long. And one of my friends
You were drinking all day.
was taking video of the whole event, and it wasn't.
What'd they take video on?
Huh?
What'd they take video on
Video
when you were 24? With film?
camera.
Like
No.
a film video
I
camera?
don't know. Actually, I
It'd
don't
have to
know,
be.
Maybe.
I
Again,
mean, that was a while
he
ago.
used to take. He actually was from, and he filmed everything. Everything we did, he filmed. Or he just was that guy. He liked taking a lot of video of everybody. But it
Oh.
was like this. So we tried to watch it the next day. People were getting
Shaky
sick.
cam?
Yeah, it was so bad. But anyway, we didn't know why I was so intoxicated, even though it was my own birthday. But we discovered later that he was filming me, and I was hiding in the kitchen behind the counter, yes, secretly doing shots by myself. But I
See?
was already so drunk.
Told
that
you
I didn't even
guys.
know. That was one time on my
Yeah,
birthday.
one time. Sure,
So.
sure. It's like being able to read the bottles. He was like, yeah, sure, you can't read the bottle. Sure, it was one time you were doing shots behind the counter in the kitchen secretly with nobody else there. Whoa!
Whoa!
That was a big one. Okay, well, the storm has arrived.
Oh my god, that is so loud.
Wow.
Well, I have peed my pants.
That was so loud. Did everybody catch that?
It's right there.
I think this,
Oh my goodness.
the lights almost got dimmer.
Whoa. I think poor Zeus is going to be crying inside alone.
Zeus doesn't like the
No, he
thunder,
doesn't
for
like
sure.
these things. Oh, yeah, he's at the window.
He's at the window?
Yeah, he's at the window.
He's always at the window, though. Well, at least he'd be with us.
Yeah.
It's better to be with friends.
Yeah.
That was a good one, though.
See, look, people think that they're like, David, I wonder if they'll regret this. Again, people, I'm only drinking tea. I'm going to regret nothing tomorrow.
Yeah. 4 years old is a long time ago, trust me.
Hey, excuse me. Oh my goodness. I mean, it is a long time ago. But
Yeah, so what? So we're a little bit older.
Yeah.
What's this show up at 7 a.m. thing that Isis is talking about? Here?
Oh, please.
You're going to come here? Well, we've got a lot of poop to do.
Let's all email them tomorrow. Hey, yeah. That wasn't all in our heads. See, holds up bottle. I'm not holding up a wine bottle. It's my teacup.
It's a good night.
Yeah,
Lightning and all. We've got a nice fire. It's not actually windy. It's not raining.
It's calm.
We just have a dry sort of sheet lightning that's going on, which is actually fascinating. I myself love lightning.
I'm just going to check on the dog.
Okay. I can't get enough of lightning. If we had lightning every day, I think it'd be really cool. Oh, there it goes again. See, it's just, whoa. It's just sheet lightning. It's just the stuff happening up high. And being pretty sciencey, I mean, I am constantly teaching my daughter about science. And one of the things I love to talk about is actually electricity. A naturally occurring electricity source. Well, now it's over there. It's to the north. Very cool. So if it's not coming down to earth, that's fine. It could just crackle up high. But that one that was right over top of us, wow, that was loud. On a side note, I can see at least 100 pears right now. Jen, can you see all those pears up there? Look at how lit up they are with this lighting.
Yeah.
That's nuts. Look at, how's the dog?
Beside you.
Scoopers, hey buddy. How's it going? You don't like the thunder, do you? What are you going to her for? Come over here.
Hard time.
It's just thunder, pal. You are a dirty dog. Stop playing in the mud.
That's the sound.
Sand or whatever, who cares? We took him to Alco Park today to go for a walk in the morning. Nice peaceful walk. And of course, what's he do? Jumps in the water, douses himself, comes up under the sand and mud, and oh, here it comes, buddy. Take care. Crackle, crackle.
Yeah, they're saying, how are the horses? So far, no one's reacted.
Horses don't care. Nobody's shuffling around. Nobody's doing anything.
No.
I don't know if I've ever seen horses be overly concerned about thunder and lightning. Actually, we were talking about, we were probably talking about it earlier on the stream too, but the environment for horses to live in. And there was a study recently put out. Oh, there goes again. I love thunderstorms. I mean, I know Zeus is a little worried, so he's sitting on my foot right now.
He's just shaking.
He's shaking. He's pretty worried. Oh, crap. I dropped my phone on the plate and to put it on the table. Zeus, come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come in for a snuggle, pal. It's all good. You're safe. You're safe. You're safe. There was a study that was recently put out about horses living in stalled environments, small stalled for most of their life kind of thing, and saying it's not so good for their mental. And we were thinking of even our place here, you know, kind of worry about if they're in their own paddock and stuff. Wouldn't it be nicer if they were together? So we try to put horses together and stuff like that. So stop shaking, man. Just relax. It's all good. You're fine. And this sort of natural weather and stuff like that, I don't think I've ever seen the horses freak out over thunder and lightning.
No, not really.
So I'd be interested to hear about any experiences that people have had where their horses have lost it because it's, you know,
Ooh, that was a cool one too.
it's too bright or too loud.
It's only staring in the one spot though. It's interesting. What do you see over there, buddy?
Neither the plate nor the phone shattered. Settle down, everybody. It's all good there, Harley.
And admittedly, he
Or
drops
Blaze.
his phone a lot even when he's not.
I drop
drinking.
my phone. Hey,
What?
I do. I drop my phone an
You
awful
have
lot.
broken so many phones from dropping.
My last two phones are just shattered all over.
Yeah.
This is my new phone and it has not. It's working. I don't see a problem with the stream on the phone.
Round, Carla wrote.
I don't know. Tell it to reload. It works fine.
No, but it's not. Oh, now it's working.
Yeah. Video is working great. Just need to reload. I mean, we're going on 2 hours or so here. Sitting out.
I should probably wrap it up soon. Oh, I just felt rain.
It's raining?
Yeah, I just felt it on my hand.
I mean, the lightning's going nuts, and it's way over that way.
Well, there's one right there now, too.
No, it was over that way. That way. It just lit up the whole sky, that's all.
There's the raindrop on my eyeball.
I haven't felt any rain.
How do you not feel that?
It's not raining.
It is. It's on my leg now.
It's not on
my
your leg.
eye. It is.
Well, I'm only 3 feet away from you.
There, it's on my head again. I think you've just lost feeling in your
No,
body.
there is. Oh, there it is. Okay, I got it.
Oh, what do you know? I can't believe me. Oh, yeah.
Zeus, you look frozen, man.
Aw. Okay, we'll wrap it up.
We got to wrap it up.
Yeah.
We're going to
it's
wrap it
gonna
up.
rain and the puppy's
It's going to
scared.
rain. The dog is scared. Jen wants to go inside.
Well, I don't like him like that. It's sad.
This storm is awesome. I love thunderstorms. Sorry, Zeus, but you got to,
Well, he's not going to get stronger now. He's retired.
the rain it's hardly raining. I mean, it's spitting is the best way to describe it.
Says maybe she's had too much wine. I haven't had wine.
Jen's had maybe a glass.
He's the only one drinking.
Yeah. I don't know.
It
Alcohol
is
doesn't
raining.
affect me very
It
much.
is raining.
It is barely raining. It's
Yeah,
spitting.
but it's not just my imagination.
No, it's not your imagination. I can feel it once in a while.
Yeah.
It's a nice night. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
it's warm.
Thanks for the most excellent session.
Yeah. We didn't talk about a lot of too much here and there, but
Low flying bats. What does that mean?
bats?
Yeah.
We get bats. We had a bat living in a small barn for a little while. It's a cute little guy. For a bat, I suppose. You know what I mean?
I think bats are fascinating.
Bats are cool.
They're very helpful.
Yeah, they get rid of a lot of skeeters.
Yep. We used to have them at the cabin all the time, and they'd come out at night, and you just watch them all come out. Eat all the buggies and go away.
Eat all the bugs. Tomorrow's another day. What are we doing? We're doing some lessons, maybe. If it's not pouring rain, I suppose people will come. If not, people tend to cancel, even though we've got a covered area. With any luck, we'll be able to get the form off of the wash station, and work with the 2 horses, of course. Get some more stuff done. Probably some riding, actually. Storm's a long ways away. I mean, it doesn't look too cloudy, but there's some clouds up there.
Excuse me.
Anybody writing anything interesting?
A couple of
More jokes.
arrived. Yeah.
A couple of people arrived? Who are they?
Mr. Unknown and Olive's Dream.
Olives. Hey, Olives.
Did
Mr. Unknown.
Graham talk about the back area behind the covered area?
Ah, you've asked this question before, but I shall answer right now.
Oh, I see. Jen felt drops. Bats, maybe. Ha! No, it's raining. He's just drunk.
I'm not drunk. I'm fine. Look, the back area.
But it is raining.
It's spitting. It's raining a little harder than it was earlier, and it is starting to be audible.
Yeah.
For sure.
You're going to hear it.
But we're sitting next to a really nice fire, and the dog's here, and the thunder is mostly stopped, buddy, so relax. The back area behind the covered arena is coming along really well. I wanted to grow a bunch of grass. So essentially I seeded it by spreading probably about 30 or 40 bales of hay back there. Now you guys have probably seen that. And it's working. There's grass growing back there. There's long grass. There's some weeds. There's all kinds of things kind of growing back there. And essentially the idea is it's going to turn it into proper soil. The lightning is going nuts. The sky is just lit up.
Lit. I'm cool.
Oh, Jen says the sky is lit. It's a good one. So, anyways, then the next step is actually to fence it off. Oh, it's raining more over there. Can you hear it?
It's wind. Leaves.
Wind?
Yes. See? You can feel it. Pick it up.
The wind is coming from the east. Whoa,
Ooh.
that's going to be loud. Zeus, brace yourself. What an awesome night. Yeah, it's cool. Whoa, there it is. Zeus, you okay, buddy? Come here. Come here. It's okay. It's okay. It's just thunder. Yeah, I know you don't understand in your little tiny primitive mind, but it's okay. So the back area is coming along great for that. I'm working horses back there. I'm riding back there. The next thing to do is fence it off and then be able to let horses sort of roam around back there. But I want things to grow a little bit more before they start nibbling them down to a nub. From that point forward, uh, the next thing that I'd like to be able to do is create more sort of natural obstacles that I can actually work the horses around. So a while ago, there was a place called, what was that place called? Something. I can't remember what it was called. But come on, brain, think. There was a place that wasn't very far away. I think it was in Kelowna or something like that. But it was it had a whole bunch of obstacles and stuff like that for horses. It was twisted terrain. Twisted terrain. I think they did boarding, they did training, they did clinics, and they were really popular. But they went out of business or quit or whatever. I don't know what they did. I don't know what the story is. But they're not in business anymore. They sold out, and that was that. So I always knew that I wanted to create something that represented sort of that idea where you had terrain that was twisted, that had obstacles, that had logs you had to get over, that had water that you had to get through, trees and trails and all kinds of things that rocks and stuff like that. That was a big one. Oh, Zeus even stood up on that one. He's like, it's gonna get loud. And so that is the plan. It's so cool. I love the crackle of thunder. The sound of lightning is just fascinating. Why does it make that noise? It is ongoing. It is not stopping. I wonder if this is going to go on all night. It'd be hard to sleep with that kind of stuff going on. Zeus is going to cry. Poor Zeus. Anyway, so the plan back there is actually to make more of a twisted terrain park. And I'm borrowing that from another business that had it going. But I really, really want the horses that I bring in to be so good with everything. And so that's the plan back there. And it's coming along. I know I haven't done a lot about it lately, but the last major change was when I showed how I was spreading around a whole bunch of old hay. And inside of there is old grass, seeds. So that's the idea. Zeus, this is your nightmare, eh, buddy? Aw. It's good. It's all good. Lightning's fun. Get used to it. So that's the idea back there, and I'm really super excited about it, along with making a little bit more secure trails, but that costs a lot of money because you got to bring in gravel. It's like $1,000 for a truck and transfer. So I need a heck of a lot more donations to get that going on. Should make a trail fund, start a GoFundMe for building our trails back there, but it's fine. It'll take time.
Charge $1 to hug a horse.
The problem is that in the wintertime when it snows and rains, or it's mostly just rain, it gets muddy back there and we can't actually use the back area because it's just too muddy. Wow. That was a good one. Just sort of holding Zeus's back, just letting him know it's okay. You're okay, pal. You're with us. He's panting. He's just worked right up. Poor Zeus. So anyway, so what I want to do is in time when money arrives, essentially through business, obviously, but to get a couple of truck and transfers to just dump big piles and then slowly start building out the trails so that they're usable whether it's raining or not. What's going on next door?
Is it big enough for an obstacle course?
Have we got enough space for an obstacle course? Absolutely. Oh yeah, yeah. No, we've got so much. I mean, there's still a couple of acres of land that's back there that we can actually use. Are you ready to go in? Well, Jen's ready to go in. We got to go in. But it's a great question. I'm really actually, to be honest, I know I haven't brought it up a lot, but I'm quite excited. The wind is picking up. The wind's picking up. The rain's picking up. But I'm actually really super excited about it, even though I don't talk about it a lot because it's not making a lot of progress yet. Wow. Okay, we better end this here. But I will talk about it again soon. Thanks for bringing it up. Wow. That is so cool. You got the dog? You got the dog? Yeah. All right. We're going to end that here, guys. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us while we just sit by the fire and listen to the lightning and thunder and all kinds of chit-chat. So, see you guys again tomorrow. Whoa. That's a big one. It's going to crackle. Boom. It's not really raining that much, to be honest. It's a little bit windy, but mostly it's just the thunder and lightning. Jen's come back. What are you doing? Taking the cushions. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I know. Don't forget your knife.
I won't forget that.
I know.
Okay, guys. Thanks for coming in and joining us on this ridiculously cool night. The fire will carry on without us. So I'll see you guys again tomorrow. I got lots of cool videos coming along. We've done lots of things. I just haven't had, and then the subscription ran out, and so things started to pile up. But thunder and lightning is nuts. I mean, I kind of want to point the camera upwards. Let's see if it lights up. I mean, we've had enough thunder and lightning. It's got to light up. Just wait. Just hang on. We'll watch later. I gotta go in. It's starting to rain more. Come on, lightning, one more time. Just waiting. Oh, there it is. Bam. How many seconds? Crackle, crackle. Wow. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I feel like I need to turn up the microphone. There. Okay, it's the highest the microphone goes. Okay, for all you stormy people, this is for you. Jen's already gone in. Look, it's dark. The lights are off. I gotta head in soon. Oh. It's starting to rain more. You can hear the rain? Yeah, it's raining. There. What? Did you guys see that? I hope that showed up on video. That was right above us. That happened immediately. Okay, now the horses are getting a little worried. Oh, poor. Yeah, Kaylee's calling out. She needs some. Okay, maybe one more. What's that? Yeah, the horses are chit-chatting. What is that? What's going on? Oh, there it goes again. Ooh, it's getting cold. The horses are calling out. Okay, so it goes to show that horses get a little bit worried about lightning and thunder too. So there you go. Now I've been proven wrong. Thank goodness. I like it when I'm proven wrong. Oh, there it goes again. Whew. Okay, I'm getting a little bit chilly. I'm getting rained on here, so I'm going to go in. So thanks, guys, for joining this interesting and sort of night, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Have a good night, or morning, or whatever you're on the planet. Oh, there goes another one. It's raining harder. I gotta go.